Well, hello, my loves. So I have to restart this video because I'm a genius and did not turn off my alarms. And this happens every single time. But luckily I didn't get too far into the process for you to miss too much. So let me just give you a quick summary of what I've done so far. So I did my eyebrows. What I do is, so my favorite eyebrow powder is probably this AOA Studio setting and finishing loose powder. I actually really like it as a regular powder too, and there's actually a lot of product in here because it's so finely milled. It looks like a small box, which it is, but it looks like a small box, but it's actually like it's endless. I've been using it for such a long time. I haven't dipped into a different one. Okay, anyway, so what I do is I start by priming this area with the powder. So I take a little brushing, I run it through, kind of like how I would blend eyeshadow. And then I apply the eyebrow pencil, and then I run more powder through, and then I put my Benefit 24-hour setter brow gel thing. And it's a beautiful combo. It lasts all day. It's great. I love it. The other thing you missed was that I was talking about, so my favorite primer is this e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer. Liquid Poreless Putty. They have the regular Poreless Putty and then they have the liquid Poreless Putty. I just love it. And I love the way it makes my face feel so smooth, even though I don't really have enlarging pores. Now, I was saying though that my this area, for some reason, if it's really scorching hot, and the only time I can remember this is when we were in Italy, because it was so scorching hot, there were little droplets on top of my foundation. So I'm assuming it's sweat, but I don't have sweat glands anywhere on my body, so I don't know. But anyway, I love this primer. I usually show you guys the mini version, but I'm keeping this in my little studio here. The bathroom. Yeah. Anyway, lots of products to get through. I'm trying to get through them quick. Now, I was talking about color corrector. So I think my yearly favorite has been the e.l.f. one. They came out with these gorgeous color correctors. They're called the Camel color correctors. This one is in the shade Peach. Now, since I do have light skin, I don't know if you can tell, but my skin is light, and it's not fair by any means, but it's no pun intended. Okay, but it is light. Now, in the last few weeks, I've been using this Natasha Denona one a lot, and this is the High Glam Color Correcting Concealer in C2. It gives me a very similar effect. I know the colors are a bit different, but I don't have to pack on this product because it's so rich and pigmented. I could just blend it out very quickly. So, but I still love my e.l.f. It's my holy grail. I've only used this a few times and I do love it, but yeah. So the second thing I was telling you guys was I love my Alley Glines bags. They are gorgeous. They're so well thought out. Anyway, so I think the big game changer this year for me were my brushes. And these are the brushes that I've curated as to be my holy grail. They are all phenomenal. Now, so as I go through my look, I'll show you the brushes. But I think the big game changers were BK Beauty brushes, and specifically the Nikki LaRose BK Beauty collection. Oh, and my A506 from BK Beauty. So they both are very, very important to me. But there's some standouts too, and I'll tell you about them. I'm gonna do this whole look with these brushes because I don't really have, I mean, I do have other brushes, but I don't have any accessible brushes at the moment. But besides these, which is all I need. So I'm gonna pull out my A506. I have been curious to use, so I tend to use this Nikki LaRose N14 for more like powder application. But recently I've seen a few videos of her using it for like concealer. So I haven't actually tried that. So I'm gonna stick to the powder today, but I think for my next video I might try that. I just want to highlight the A506 because it's just a beautiful brush. So let's see. Can you tell I'm getting a little cramped in here? Let me move this. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, so the first thing I do after I put that primer on, if I remember to put it on, is just color correct a little bit. And usually it's around my eyes and it's around my mouth. Now, even though I was using that the e.l.f. one all year, it worked perfectly. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, except for the fact that there's not a ton of product in there, and I ran out. Like, I totally ran it dry. It was, yeah. But this, I just wanted to give for, like, I've been trying to give this a little spin, so let's just get this on. So what I learned with these Natasha Denona High Glam concealers and what's it called? Color correctors is that less is more. You can always add more if it's not enough, but trust me, less is more. So I'm going to take that A506 brush, which is the BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy. I usually start on my eyelid just to kind of get whatever is on there canceled out. And then I bring it up underneath the brow. But don't worry, I'm still gonna put concealer. And then I go in my inner corner. Basically, I'm like, my aim is to get rid of the blue I have in these areas. And yeah. So I'm using a tapping motion because I find that to be the best way to use this brush and concealer. So, do you see what that did? This is one eye, this is the other eye. I mean, I wish I didn't put all these dots on, but you get the gist. So I could even just use as a concealer. Like if I wanted to go out like this, I wouldn't look strange. I mean, obviously this will be blended in too, but also, quick tip is that a lot of concealers, like if you leave them sitting on your skin for a little bit of time, like maybe I don't know, a minute or less than a minute, I'm not sure, but they definitely they become more pigmented. Now that's worked with the concealers that I use, but I don't know if that is true all around. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on the eyelid here because I feel like there was not enough to drag up. But it's okay, I'm gonna still use concealer. Alright. Okay, so this little dip here with like the it's not like really a dark circle. Like I know on camera it looks like there's a dark circle there before I blend out this, but it's actually not as dark as it might look in the what am I saying? in the video. So okay, now for foundation, this I think everyone knows I've been clinging to the same two foundations all year, like so my first love that I had found was the e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. This is so like used up, like you could even see the empty spots. It's such a used up, like I use this so much, even had backups. So but I think what I'm gonna do is just use my Dior foundation because that's the other one that stole my heart. And the main reason I'm doing that is because I didn't wet my sponge, which by the way is another favorite. On Amazon or on Miss A, you can get these beautiful sponges. They start out really small. I think they're better than the Beauty Blender, to be honest. If I had a pack with me here right now, I'd show you, except this is the only one I have here. So, so yeah. But the AOA sponges are bomb. Like they're so good. And they're in their Paw line, so you're doing good for animal rescue too, which, you know, I'm very passionate about. Oh, I'm also wearing this because one, I'm cold. Two, it's because I think I've been wearing this. I don't know if I've been wearing this specific one, but I wear these shirts in pretty much every video, so that's another favorite. They're just so comfortable. And who am I trying to impress at home, right? My husband doesn't care. Alright. So, now I'm pulling out my N17 from Nikki LaRose and BK Beauty. And that's because that's my favorite way of blending out a lot of things actually. but mostly my Dior foundation and my Dior foundation and my cream contour. Now I'm just wiping off the brush. Oh, that's another favorite of mine. So let me see if I can get the... Let me just clean this and then I'll grab the bottle so you guys can see. So what I have been using literally all year since I have discovered this is this Perrier Spirit. It's a brush cleaner. I put it in this and then I spray it on my brushes and then I wipe them off on this microfiber cloth. So keeps them nice and fresh. They're instantly dry and I love it. I mean, I still do deep cleans and stuff, but this is good for like a day-to-day kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put these away just to get out of the way a little bit. I have to remember where I had them though. I think they were in there. We'll just put them in there. Okay. Now, so my foundation. I think you guys all know what I'm gonna choose for each category if you're used to watching me, because they haven't really changed. But I wanted to do a yearly favorites for the first time. So this is my first yearly favorites. And you guys are also my favorites, by the way, because you trusted me and watched my videos, and I could not be more thankful. All right, so this is the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation in 2N. So it's pretty much a perfect shade match for me. I'm generally a 2N in their line. So I kind of just put it everywhere, but like minimally. Like if you really look, like I never like went over it multiple times or anything. So it's just, it doesn't look minimal in the viewfinder, but trust me, it's minimal. I have one stripe here, one stripe here, one stripe here. I do 3 stripes on both sides, one up here, one down here, and then like not even a full stripe. So I'm going to take the cream version, like the cream side of this brush. So this side takes creams, this side takes powder. So I usually start from the center of my face and work outward. Now, one thing to note is that I have, and maybe I'm gonna do a video on my skincare routine soon, but I have, oh, by the way, I'm using like a swipe but patting motion, so like it gets in my skin, but I'm still patting and swiping. So anyway, what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was saying, to be honest. I feel like it was important. So yeah, I love this foundation. It evens out my skin tones so well, and I never have to worry about it budging. Which, by the way, if you're in an oily climate, I would recommend using something like the e.l.f. Power Grip. I think they just came out with a new shade of it. Sorry, not a new shade. What am I trying to say? Like they came out with oh yeah, they came out with a matte version of it. So yeah. So I love this brush for exactly that. And now I will put some concealer on. Where is my concealer? Oh, for concealer, okay, I have a few favorites from this year. Now, if you've been watching me, you know my holy grail is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. But I have more holy grails now. One of them being, oh, you know, I didn't use my Hollywood Flawless filter. It's okay. One of them being, nope, this is my ColourPop. Okay, anyway, oh, here they are. So, other favorites include this Kofi Beauty concealer. It's so nice and hydrating. I love the names because I'm Indian, so I kind of get it. I think they're geniuses. The other one is the Yummy Skin concealer from Danessa Myricks. So it's a lift and flex concealer. I never thought I would be a shade 5, but hey, here we are. It doesn't matter. Every shade range is different. It looks like there's like this big shadow here, but if I look in the mirror, it's all like covered up. I don't know. So, and then my last favorite concealer, of course, which I already mentioned, is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. Now, I don't know if, I think I'm between the Kofi and the Yummy Skin, and maybe I'll use both. I've done that before, and I've loved it. Okay, so, you know what I forgot to do? Which is why it looks a little ashy over here. I didn't put my color corrector there. It's okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with the Kofi. It reminds me actually a lot of the ColourPop concealer, because of the doe foot, the shape of the component, just everything. It's very, I'm not done with this. Okay. I'm gonna then put the Yummy Skin. So this has an interesting doe foot too. I'm just gonna dot it. I realized when I did this the first time, it's literally like the same color. Like, I guess this is just my perfect match. Oh, I didn't even put color corrector on. Okay. Please forgive me. I'm just trying to give you a good video. Okay. Let's see. Down the nose. Anywhere else? Here. And then I'll just go up a little. Alright. This is actually not as, I was doing the like this is 0.32 fluid ounces, and this is 0.17 fluid ounces. So I don't know. Don't give me anything that has to do with math. Just okay. I don't know why I pulled this out. I need my A506 for this. Where's my A506? Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I'm gonna do the similar thing. I don't need to clean off my brush because it's not the end of the world if the color corrector mixes in with the concealer. So now I'm just using patting motions and a little bit of swiping. So I know swipe or no swiping, but I haven't heard of Dora the Explorer in a long time, so if there's like any controversy with that, just pretend I didn't say that. I just don't know. I haven't kept up with that kind of pop culture because I'm in my 30s. I just turned 33. I hope I'm not watching Dora the Explorer. But if you do, if you enjoy that, enjoy it. Like, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. I mean, because of my nightmares, I have to sleep with stuffed animals. Might sound silly at first, but then once you get to know a little bit about my life, you realize why. So, okay. And I gave like a very quick summary in my first ever video, so if you are interested in learning a little bit more about me, either leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to answer it, or you can check out my first video. I mean, I didn't go into depth about anything particularly, but I did mention my illnesses, being sick my whole life, and then also being sexually assaulted on more than one occasion. You see how pretty? Like, I just love this combo. Like, how? How is this so pretty? I wish it, like, I know my nephew really wanted to do makeup with me this time I was in Georgia, but... And by the way, I have a new nephew who also lives in Atlanta, so I'm very, very, like, I think being a Masi, which means mother's sister, and it also means like second mom. I think being a Masi is by far the honor of my life. Like, that's not a joke. Okay, so we got some of that. Alright, I think we're good on concealer. I think I want to do cream contour next. Now, I have two sticks that I have fallen in love with this year. One is the Papa contour stick from Miss A/AOA, whatever you want to call them. Is it not focusing? All right, there we go. This is in Spice. It's been sold out. I'm so lucky I have my hand on it. It's been sold out since I bought it. Once I found out that I loved it, I was like, yo, I need another one. Okay, anyway. My other favorite contour stick is from Sephora collection. This is the light medium. I love it. I'm more of a contour person than a bronzer person, so this speaks to me. Oh, the other one I fell in love with, which I can't use all of them, obviously. I mean, maybe I can. Where'd it go? I had, why is it powder all over me? I had my, okay, I also have my Dior contour stick, which is quite lovely. So I went over the cheekbone. It's such a pleasure to apply to. It's just, there's something about it. Probably its malleability and like just, it's just so beautiful. I can't describe it well. I wish I could. It gets really melty very quickly as like from the second it touches your skin. But it's still like one of the most beautiful contours. Then I used to use this the same way, but I didn't like the way the other one looked on my nose, so I just use this one on my nose. It's a nice, like, smaller component, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to blend that out again with the same side I used my foundation. That's probably the best way to blend it, in my opinion. And I blend upwards, but not too far upwards, because I still wanted to do the job of the contour, but you always want to blend upwards so that your face doesn't look like it's falling. See, like, to me, it doesn't look like anything is really on my face. Like here. But then when I look in the viewfinder, all of a sudden, it's okay. Trust the process. Things will come together. And apologies in advance that this will probably be a long video. So I was like, my goal for 2025? Yeah. My goal for 2025 is to shorten my videos, edit my videos, do all that kind of stuff to my videos, because I just really want to up my content a bit, but also learn new skills in the process. So I usually never put anything on my forehead, so this is a big deal that I want it on my forehead. Okay, now I'm going to do my nose. Just trying to see how it looks like for you, like watching this. One of the greatest pleasures of life, blending out your contour. Well, for me. I can't speak for you. Okay, don't worry. Once we get the rest of it on, it'll be all Gucci. Okay, so next I usually go in with a cream blush or a cream blush or a liquid blush. So there's two that really stole my heart this year. One of them is this one. Yeah, the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in Suave Mauve. This really just took my heart away. I don't know how there's still product in here. And then the other one that really pulled on my heartstrings was the Mauve Beauty M74 blush. Like, first of all, it was so kind of them to gift it to me. But then on top of that, they like, it ended up being like such an incredible product. So I felt very blessed. Bless up. Okay, so I'm gonna just dot this, the e.l.f. I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. today, cause I think I've been using it for longer and more. So I just wanna put this. They're actually like very similar colors because they're both mauves. I don't really put a ton, cause once I put powder, I usually top it with some powder blush. Now, I can always go back in if I want for more of that if I don't feel like I have enough, but usually this is plenty. So the brush I use to blend that out is actually this brush. It is the Morphe Makeup by Ariel A58. I love this for cream products, but especially this blush. Like, it's so pretty. So I kind of take it up to my temples too, but I do not, like, I try to avoid at all costs my under eye area and then also under this line here, like under my cheekbone. I'm not gonna go under my cheekbone and I'm not gonna go under my eyes. But I love how pigmented it is. I love how just like the color is so perfection. Like right now it looks a little heavy, but once I put powder on, I don't think, I mean, I've done this a million times. Usually the powder kind of, now I take whatever is left on my brush and just tap it into my crease. Just cohesion, right? Okay, this goes back in here. You know, this is actually like keeping these in here is actually helping me because I can see them so much easier. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's see. So a few of my favorite setting powders, they've kind of evolved over time. You know, I have this one, the AOA Flawless Setting and Finishing Loose Powder. I've always loved this Huda Beauty powder. I do not have the new packaging quite yet because I still have lots of product in here. I feel like it's never ending. Not that I want it to end. Trust me, I don't want to spend money to buy a ton more of that, but I mean, I will once I'm done. But I've also been enjoying this Lottie London powder. I took this with me to Italy and it held up pretty well. I also love my Laura Mercier powder. I have a full size of that, but I think the powders that really stole my heart, besides the AOA, Huda, Lottie, I mean, you guys have always seen me use the Rimmel Stay Matte, but this M Cosmetics little compact, like, how cute, right? They have like this beautiful mirror and everything that I don't know, it's just so nice. Another one. Sorry, I don't know, I can't breathe all of a sudden. Another one that you've seen me use in my last few videos is the Kosas Cloud Set powder in candy. And I pretty much only buy pink powders nowadays. It's more than a trend to me. And what I'm gonna use it with is this BK Beauty. I forgot to mention, I'm gonna be using this Kosas powder today because I've been on kind of a hook with it, with this BK Beauty 110. I know this 110 is meant for concealer, but for some reason I just couldn't figure out the concealer situation with this, and I just started using it for powder, and it was quite fulfilling. So I just take it on one side of the brush, then I just tap very, very lightly in my eye area because I do not want any creasing at all. Like sometimes creases can be covered up with eyeshadow, but why even, you know? So I just very gently, and if you can tell, I'm holding the brush from the tip of the wand, which I find to be quite effective in what I'm trying to accomplish. So something amazing about this powder, and the AOA powder, by the way, is it takes away shine, but it leaves the glow. And if that's how they market it, I'm sorry, I just didn't. Like, it makes sense why they would market it that way, but this is my own, like, opinion, too. By the way, sorry for my crazy hair. I think that's kind of been my brand lately, so... like, once I straighten my hair, it'll be fine. Okay, so I got most of the really sensitive areas. And all I'm doing is tapping it on. Okay. Now what I do is once I got like the base kind of figured out, I put this brush away and I take out my big fluffy brush. Was I gonna use the other brush for powder? Okay, whatever. There's more than one powder brush. Okay. This is my big fluffy Real Techniques powder brush. I just swirl it around and I just pat it in everywhere, and it works like a dream. It's big enough for me to cover lots of surface area in a very quick amount of time. Like I said, trust the process. How's it look? Okay. So if we need to, we can always come back to this powder. I don't know why I'm feeling like congested. Not like sick congested, but just like maybe allergies. Okay. So now that I have my powder on, I kind of want to top my blush. Like I could end the blush here, but there's another blush that I have fell in love with this year, and that is the Revie Beauty blushes. And my favorite color in this blush is Paradise. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It goes with everything. I have all three, but this is just like, even Oasis, like there's a time and place, you know? Like I feel like there's a time and place for everything. But anyway, so I'm gonna go in with some Paradise. Again, apologies for the long video. I keep everything in their packaging just well, besides my OCD. Oh, and they literally designed the perfect blush brush to go with this formula. It's incredible, and you can use it for other blushes too. It's not just, but I've just been using it for this blush because it's probably the only blush I've been using. So you can see that one side has it and one side doesn't. So I do a similar thing with than when I do with the powder, and this is a baked formula, so it's just beautiful. But I just kind of pat it on. It enhances the Suave Mauve underneath, and I just love it. Hope you can see the difference. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyes. The beautiful thing about this is that you don't really need that much. And it's the same thing with like the liquid blush. Like it's gonna last you a long time. It also depends how often you wear makeup. Like I personally, like I wear makeup when I go out and then when I do my videos or whatever. So I might be wearing makeup more than the average person, and that's okay. You don't need to wear makeup if you don't want to. Alright, so that was that. I love it. Every time I say that, like, that song gets in my head. Okay, first let me put the brush away. I'm doing this a little bit differently than I usually do because I have this. Everything else I own from Ally Glines' bag brand is pink. So, alright, let's put this Mauve Beauty here. Something's off. Oh, there's 3. Okay. Alright. Next would be the eyes. So there were a few palettes that stole my heart too. And let me tell you about them. So I'm not really sure if it came out this specific year, but the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the neutrals, this became a holy grail very quickly. I also love the ABH Sugar Palette. I have the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. And this is just what I have right here. Of course, I'm always gonna love the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, but I do think this year, I really, really fell in love with it because I became a little more creative with my looks. I also have the Natasha Denona Golden palette, which is very nice, very nice. Since Christmas has passed, I don't think I have to do necessarily a holiday look, but at the same time, maybe I should. I don't know. Some other palettes I love, obviously, Natasha Denona Glam, and then we got ABH Soft Glam. I feel like these are just timeless. And then I got the ColourPop Bare Necessities, which literally, ColourPop just wows me every time. Like, I hadn't used ColourPop in a really long time, like their eyeshadows, because I was so fixated on Natasha Denona. Which, by the way, I didn't tell you. This is another, these mini eye palettes. This mini dream palette is literally a dream. And I have this Flower Beauty palette for shimmers, and then I use this anytime I need some definition, or there's so much this can do. I've hit a mini pan on the black. I will probably be using this. But what was I gonna? Okay, eyeshadow. Oh yeah, I don't know, there's so many things with eyeshadow. I don't know. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, yeah, sure, eyeshadow, haha. I love also this Natasha Denona mini I Need a Nude palette. They have the Muse in there, so the center shade is the center shade in the bigger palette, and it's great that I could just take this without the big palette. I also have the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, which is also quite beautiful, but I don't know, I feel like I've been wearing bronze a lot lately. I want to switch it up. Then there's this mini Natasha Denona Gold palette, and I have this e.l.f. Finest Fleck glitter eyeshadow in White Hot. Sometimes I just throw that on over some bronzer. What's this one? Did I get to this one? Yes. And then I love this Viseart palette in Praline. It's a quad. I just love it. Alright, so those are some other ones I love. What do I have on the bottom? I need to reacquaint myself. Oh, some nude beige and lip liners. Alright. Then, of course, I also have my Danessa Myricks, which maybe I should have also used for... This is Spice Latte, and this is Dancing Queen. They're beautiful. I love this formula. It would be a dream, an absolute dream, to get a PR package from Danessa, or Danessa Myricks Beauty if she doesn't have the some people kind of keep out of the PR part of their brands. That could be with her. Anyway, so let's see. What was I just gonna do? Okay, eyes. So for eyes, thinking. So few eyeshadow sticks also have resurfaced, not resurfaced, but surfaced. And that, in my opinion, is the Galactic eyeshadow sticks, specifically in Nutmeg and Taupe. These are great. I still have to kind of figure out how to use them, but they're great. Oh, another color corrector that I literally for years never did a makeup look without is the Live Tinted Perk. I'm just trying to focus on like what I've been using this year, but at the same time I don't want to like not give it love, you know? Okay, eyeshadow. Let's get to eyeshadow. I had a plan. Could have swore I had a plan. Oh, another eyeshadow shout out. So Kulfi Beauty came out with these like gorgeous, just gorgeous. Oh, these are different. These gorgeous things called the Zari eyes, and they come in these little things, and they have like this jelly type formula, but like in the most beautiful way. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so yummy. Okay, we'll get to these when we get to lips. Let me just fix this real quick. Problem with uncuts. Oh, for fragrance, the thing that has like that really has been calming me down is the Sol de Janeiro 68. Like, there's something about this scent. Like, if I'm really anxious, which I do get a lot, I just spray this scent. Doesn't matter how much I spray, but it got me. Oh, I meant to mention this. For cream contour. Okay, I don't know why it feels loose. For cream contour, I also love the Victoria Beckham contour stylus. That's one of my favorites too. And what I was referring to earlier in terms of like gripping your makeup is like one of these. Like the e.l.f. Power Grips. Okay. So Danessa Myricks also, like, she came out with a ton of multi-use products. I'm not going to use it today, but this has become a quick favorite. This is Nude 9. I want 10, 11, and 12, but like, I think I have a, like, if I get it in PR, I would be the happiest person in the world, but that's okay. Maybe one day. Because they made those vaults of like all the color fixes and then the blush bomb stuff. Anyway, okay. So what will I do with the eyes today? It's special to this year. I had this planned out. I like had an idea. Okay, let's do this. Here's something I was gonna use. Okay, that's lips. And okay, so why don't we just, maybe I will do a golden look. By the way, this Tear like collagen lifting eye cream, some good stuff. All right, so I am going to maybe we'll do praline. Let's do praline. I haven't used this in a while, and I think we can kind of amp it up a little bit with different colors. So, okay. So they come in like this little cute like easel type thing. So like you just have to pull it backwards. And then it's like an easel, which is kind of cute. But I'm not going to do that because I think I'm doing it wrong. So I'm not going to do that. All right. So my absolute holy grail eye brush, like for my crease. So I basically need 3 brushes when it comes to eyes. I need a small detail brush. I need a blending brush, and I need my I will need this, so I'll put it in the front, but I need my N12 if I can find it, from Nikki, right here, Nikki LaRosa's collection, BK Beauty, which, by the way, like, it's pretty brilliant collection. But alright, let me just do a quick clean. Yeah, my holidays were fun. I got to spend Florida with my grandparents, and who I love so much, like they know that too. And then got to send some of it with my niece and nephew and my sister in Georgia, with my parents, both places obviously. I can't travel alone anymore, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. We missed our plane on the way back here, and I was finally going to be able to take the bitch to the White House, because I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but like, I have been like regretting not taking the bitch when I worked there, because he has never been able to see it, and I thought it was just a little too soon to what's it called? I thought it was too soon in our relationship to be like, for him to meet like my 2 sets of parents, and then, like, it just felt a little strange. So I did not bring him. It would have been kind of awkward, but it's okay. All right, so I'm going in with the matte shade. There's only one matte shade in here, so I'm just gonna run it everywhere, but especially in the crease. Like, what a perfect color. I love this shade. There's a lot of shades I love, but this is just perfect. Like, if I did not want to put all these shimmers on, I would like put this in the crease, the shade. I'd put the shade in the crease, and then just kind of put like something basic on on top. Okay, so my first go around is gonna be everywhere. It's pretty much like a bronzer shade, except it's actually an eyeshadow. I mean, I have no, like, I love putting bronzer in the crease and something else. I feel like every time I do these videos, like, I don't do looks like that. Like, I have to, like, I feel like I have to kind of go a little all out for it. Anyway, okay. How pretty. Now I'm going to take the Nikki brush and 12, same shade, and run it under my lower lash line. So this was definitely a favorite of mine. Oh my gosh, why am I not using the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes? What am I doing? It's okay. This is still very nice and definitely stole my heart, but maybe I'll use a topper or something from there. Man, why didn't I think of that? It's like right there. I even told you guys I had it. Like, I might top it with something, but I was planning on using a different topper. I don't know. I don't know where my head is, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this on the tiny brush, blend it out and down a little bit. Okay, I'll find a way to use the Ethereal Eyes palette. Okay, so deep, medium, light. So what I like to do with, if this is offered, is start with the deep for the outer corner. So I just take it on my finger. Art shadows are just so good. They're so good. Art, I would gladly accept a gift from you if you so choose. Totally up to you though. No pressure. I mean, obviously it's up to you. I can't like pressure you into gifting me things, but I just want to try more. And that's why I said that. Okay. So that's the first shade. Microfiber cloth is like dirty now. Okay. This is more of the golden mid-tone shade. It's like golden, but it's also not, you know? Like, it's hard to explain. And I want to blend it into that deeper shade a little bit. Don't worry, I'll be cleaning up. Alright. And now the lightest shade. They're so smooth and pigmented. Just gonna place it there. Okay, I think I took too much. It's okay. That's more of what I wanted in my inner corner. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna take this small brush. First, I'm just gonna blend out this a little bit because I don't really like that there's like a ton there. All right. And next I'm gonna like just dip back into this and then just run it to clean up. On the floor, she ain't, let me know. I don't know if I'm saying the right words. Okay. See, like, look how pretty that is. It's a whole eye look, just 4 shades. Like 4 simple shades is what I mean. Okay. We can put this away for now. Definitely one of my favorite palettes of the year. I don't really know if, like, for sure it was from this year, so if it wasn't, just please forgive me. Okay. This is also a pawpaw bag. I love it. It's from AOA Studio. Okay. I think I'll stop it there with the eyes. No. Obviously, I have to put eyeliner, mascara, all that kind of stuff. Always forget. I don't know why. Like, sort of my favorite steps, but okay. So we will start with eyeliner. Let me just get the brush. This makes, like, I always thought, like, okay, I'm gonna save this for when I travel, but honestly, it's holding its own. Like, in terms of, like, okay, so now, meaning I don't have to wait until I travel to use it. I love that this is, like, it's good. Okay, so next I'm going to use my Pat McGrath Labs Mini Sublime Smoke palette, as I mentioned before. So I basically take this brush, which is an eyeliner brush. It's from e.l.f. and I either dip into the brown or the black shade. So today I'm going to do the black. Get it nicely coated and then just press along the lash line. Okay, sorry, it takes a little bit of concentration. You see the difference between this eye and this eye? This has way more depth. And you could do a wing if you want. You could do whatever you want. Okay. Okay, it's already at 1:14. I have to hurry up a little bit, but I do want to talk about my favorites, so. Okay, so I'll try to do before the end of the year an etherealized look. I think my last video was using that palette. So it's not like I completely neglected it for this video. But yeah. I just don't 100% feel that it would really go with everything. So we'll table it. Okay, now mascara. So the mascara products that have had me in a chokehold this entire year has been these two. I prime with this voluminous base, and then I use the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. And it's kind of my happy place. Like, I love it. I love both of these products so much. So I just coat it lightly. I don't need to like pack it on or anything is my point. And then I run it on my lower lashes. Let it out a little bit depending on if there's any clumps. Okay. So right now my lashes are gonna look white. Sometimes I get like lashes stuck in there. This is also like pretty much completely dry. So might be time to toss this, but it's okay. Got a replacement in anticipation. I just ordered it like last week, I think. Thankfully, these are on Amazon, so like everything I use can be online ordered because I can't be bothered to go to a store, even though being in a Sephora is like me being in a candy store, but okay. Let me just make sure I got all of it. I also didn't put eyeliner. Skip that part. Should I do that first? I'll do it after. Alright. Okay. Now the lash and roll. It just has like the perfect wand, and it's it's such a beautiful formula. I'm like literally obsessed. So there's this mascara, but then there's also e.l.f. came out with a tubing mascara called the e.l.f. Lash Extender, and that is an incredible mascara also. Some people prefer that to this mascara, and that's great. Like, I think e.l.f. killed it with it. They did a great job. I just love how like fluttery this makes my lashes look, and depending on how like what's the word? Depending on how dramatic my look is, sometimes I'll do 2 coats versus 1 coat, but I think since today is more of a subtle look, I think I will just stick to, it's a very subtle neutral look, so I will stick to 1 coat. Let's see how it goes. You can always add another coat. But I think one is just fine. Alright. I like to blink into my wand or get the base and then wiggle it. And then I use the other side of this to get the inner parts, which I love having that option. And then I can touch up with the tip. I don't know why this side is like just easier. Okay. So that's with just mascara, but I'm gonna amp it up a little bit with eyeliner, I think. Should I? Okay. So the eyeliner that literally like just stole my heart. I bought this last year when they were having a holiday sale, but I've already used quite a bit of it. It was much longer. This is the Ophir, I don't know if they're cosmetics, beauty, I'm not really sure. Eyeline waterproof eye pencil. So if they have a sale, I highly recommend this because it lasts literally forever, and I have not seen it budge at all. So like it literally never budges. I'll wear it for hours and hours and hours. Wait, did I just read it's waterproof? Yeah, it's waterproof, so it doesn't run. If I cry, not that I cry, but you know, you go to weddings, get all sentimental. Especially when I see people after almost dying constantly. Like seeing people, it like makes me emotional. But anyway, there we go. One thing I also learned this year, which was kind of a nice discovery, was that if I wear blue eyeliner, it looks really good. And I don't think today's look calls for that, but I do want to mention a couple products that fulfill that for me. So I have these two Kosas liners. One is deeper than the other. I think one is more teal. So one of them is called Enigma and the other one is called Cosmic. These are good. But then I also have this Lancome waterproof eyeliner. It's called Minuet Illusion Matte. So they have a brush on one side and the eyeliner on the other. It is perfection. And I love it. I just love wearing blue eyeshadow now. I mean blue eyeliner now. Okay, now for the lips, what are we gonna do? What are we going to do? Okay, so a few like lip liners really just, again, stole my heart. One of them, of course, well, if you guys know me, you know, I don't know where it is though. Lip liner. you my purse. Give me a second. Sorry about all this. And you know, while we're here, why don't we just... I want to just highlight the fact that this hand cream in Black Rose and Oud from Salt and Stone, I mean, I just love it. I can't really describe it any other way. I just love it. But, I have some products in here I probably want to use for my lip combo, so I'm going to keep that with me. But there's this one thing I'm looking for specifically. Okay. I'm just gonna go into my purse and tell you some of my favorites, because lots of my favorites are in my purse. I have a lot of favorite lip liners. Like, I have a lot of favorite lip liners. Lip liners are kind of my thing, actually. Okay, so this is not a lip liner. Okay, I'm not only going to take out lip liners, I'm also going to take out, what's it called? Oop, that's nice. How did that even, like, fall right there to, like, roll on that other thing? Okay. Let's see. This one's important to me. This one's important to me. This is also important to me. Okay, so a few formulas that I really fell in love with this year. Okay, let's see. So, you all know I love my NYX Mauve. Like, this is from NYX. It's the Mauve shade. And I've gone through multiple of these. Because it matches the tone of my lips so well. I'm gonna put this aside for a second because this formula, the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils, the ones that are extreme so they last a really long time, this has been another staple for me this year. I also have Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury that, of course, like, I just love. I have this lifter liner, Maybelline, and Let's Bounce. It's a nice shade. I think the thing that stole my heart the most, though, there were two. This one, Rimmel Cappuccino, and the Mauve Beauty M147. Like, these are the winners for me for this year. Like, I love my other ones to my core. However, these hold on my heartstrings a little more. So, I think I have more in here too. Okay, anyway, I can talk about formulas. So, these I'm going to put to the side because they're just fabulous. I love the Rhode Peptide lip treatments. And actually, like, okay. I found out in Italy, actually, that, like, these, like, Sunboss glosses from e.l.f., they last a long time and they give beautiful pigment. I love them. I have, what is this? It's your Mauve and that's my jam. I have those two. And then I have Salty Tan from Rhode. I also have Pillow Talk Deep somewhere, and this is another big surprise for me. Like, I decided to try these, like the gel lip liners from AOA Studio. They last a long time. But you know, I think, and I can't see it right now, which I'm a little upset about, but is this, something, where did I put it? So, there's something about the Fenty lip liners, like specifically Extra Thigh for me. Like, Extra Thigh is so freaking beautiful. Oh, here's another lip product. Okay, I might have to pause here if I can't find Extra Thigh. Meaning, pause my search. It might be in a different bag. But I can't imagine why I would take it out of this bag. So Extra Thigh and the Riri Gloss Bomb, I think that was the winner of 2020. What era am I living in? 2024. I also had this beautiful YSL lip oil stick, and it is in what is the shade? Okay, well, I like it. it's one of the shades. I gotta have this somewhere. Okay, so basically, okay, I think it's time to whip out my beautiful lip liners. These are my lip liners. I just have so many lip liners. Okay, so I do actually enjoy the ABH formula quite a bit. This is in Chai. Oh, here it is. I found Extra Thigh. This is my Extra Thigh. I've sharpened it a lot. And then I blend it in with this Riri Gloss Bomb stick, and it is just perfection. Like, literally chef's kiss perfection. Oh, here's the lash extender mascara. Of course, I always enjoy the traditional format of these, but there's just something about the longer lasting ones that, what is this? This is Cool Brown. So I got a Cool Brown from ABH. I'm gonna restock on a couple. Okay. And then I have this beautiful AOA gel lip liner formula. In there too. But anyway, another new thing from me was this L'Oreal Paris. What are these called? Okay, so it's 150 in Lazy Sunday. I think, like, if you want a good matte red lipstick, either go here or Anastasia, because I was about to was about to just tell you about these. So I have 3 shades of this formula. These are the 3 I have. I have Pure Hollywood, Cool Brown, and Chestnut. I think these actually look really pretty together, to be honest. Oh. I think for today, I wanted to use one really badly. I might do this, or if I need something deeper, I might have to do some swatches. Okay. Let's do some swatches really quick so that I can make some kind of decision. Every time I take out this bag and put it back in, everything falls out. Oh, another eyeshadow palette that really wowed me was the Poreless palette that I was able to play with. Okay, so right now I have this Cool Brown lipstick. Let's not start with that though. So just trying to decide, because I love this Rimmel, but I can combine more than one. Sort of an art. Alright, then I also have the Rare Beauty and Wise. I'm gonna get a new one too, because I got one of those Sephora. Oh, you know what I can do also? So one of my favorite things this year so far has been to use the Benetint as kind of, oh, okay. So I have the Benetint, but I also have the Coolly Beauty lip stains. This is in Versailles, and I'm actually a little curious how that would work out. But anyway, so honorable mentions. Let's just do quick honorable mentions. The Coolly Beauty, maybe I'll end up using it today. I'm not 100% sure. These lip stains are just incredible. What I like to do is I top it off with my Fenty Skin. I do the same thing with the Benetint. I do this Fenty Skin in Barbados Cherry because it adds a little more pigment and it makes it last longer, because the lip balm does not really come off of you quickly. But I know I wanted to. Okay, so another really favorite formula of mine is Valley Glines, Ravi Beauty, and Zinnia and Dahlia are my favorite because I'm a Mauve girl. So I wanted to try to use that today. Wow, my lips are dry. Okay, so I wanted to try to use it today, but if we can't, it's okay. I just want you to know that that's one of my favorite formulas. And then also this ABH formula is just pure perfection. Okay. Oh, that Makeup Forever is still down there. That's okay. What else is gonna fall, guys? Yeah, what did I get on this? Let's place it. It's so like, it's so crammed in here that like, it's so crammed in here that like my husband can't even like vacuum this place. But that's my fault. I made it crammed. Okay. Okay, let's keep these out. I do want to see what Wise looks like, and then I'll probably do the cappuccino if I'm gonna try this. But let's see. But I kind of want to do zinnia. All right, let me just see. Let's just see. Okay. So I just wanted to try this because it is a really pretty neutral shade. And it has like a twist. So okay, so definitely right off the bat, it's a beautiful shade. Does it go with my eyes though? It's a little more, I don't know, it's really pretty. Let's see. Let's try putting a little cappuccino to deepen it up. I think that goes a lot better. Even together they go well. And we can try to fill in with Fenty. These Fenty liners just don't budge. I actually like that combo that I whipped up. Do I need anything else? Should I make it more mauve-y? Why not? Please do not mind my dry lips or the eczema on my scalp. It's not fun by any means. Okay. Oh. Duh. So maybe we can top this with zinnia. Dahlia may be a little bit more, but I want to use one of the new shades. Because she has such pretty, like, new shades. It does not fit. Okay. Alright, so this is zinnia from Review Beauty. I'm just going to top off what I am wearing at the moment. This is what it looks like. And these are so beautiful. You can build them up however you want to. You can leave a sheer layer. It doesn't matter. Whatever your heart desires. I kind of wanted to use the YSL, but I don't want to ruin this little makeup thing I got going on. I also kind of wanted to use Kulfi, but can you admit that this is like such a pretty combination? Like, me gusta. But this is also very, very pretty. Like, I could probably top it, but I just don't want them Alright. I'll leave that out though. Maybe next video. Alright. So, as you know, my other holy grails in terms of setting spray and whatever. So, couple things. I've started to love this Divine Water from M Cosmetics. It's really, really pretty. If you need your makeup to like just kind of melt into each other, it's really good. Also, another favorite that I didn't mention yet is this from Half Magic, the Glitter Puck Shadows. Like, I have the one in Dopamine Sparkle, and it is just so pretty. If you watch my videos, you've seen me use it. Anytime I want to amp up the eye look, I just put that on, and it does the job. Like, a good job. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm almost done with this. I do have another one. I just love the dewy look that it leaves, and it's my favorite. So first layer is this. That's gonna melt everything together, leave a dewy finish, and I literally don't really have any left of this, but let me figure out where the end of the, okay. I think it'll be enough for today, let's hope. So after the e.l.f. dries, I top it with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, which I'm completely out of. It's the setting spray that keeps on kicking. Like, I don't understand. How is this still alive? I don't know. I have a backup. It's okay. Okay. I think after this dries, this will be my 2024 favorites makeup. And then obviously I did tell you about the other things that I like and love from 2024. So it's not just what's on my face, obviously. You know that. Oh, I never even put highlighter on. What? Okay. So I literally have not done a look without this palette this entire year. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, this is just phenomenal. And of course I'm gonna pull it out after this dries. It's just so pretty. Okay, so my main highlight brush is just an e.l.f. brush. But you could use whatever you're used to. Let me just make sure this is dry because I don't want it to cling on to any wetness. Okay. I think I'm good. So I take these, I take this, just kind of swirl it. Actually, no, maybe I'll do a little more subtle today because I already put setting spray. Sometimes people put like setting spray before. Because then it becomes like even more enhanced. Usually if I put the e.l.f. setting spray on top of this Dior highlight, if I do that, it like, I don't know what it does to the highlight, but it makes it so pretty and potent. It's just so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna pack it on the same way I usually do because I already put setting spray, but just know I usually pack it on. And I usually take it into my cheeks too. I'm happy. This was a really fun and nice look to do. But last step that I'm gonna do, I just feel like using this little compact. I don't like go places that like require. Actually, that's not true. I mean, I don't really need to touch up ever. That's what the problem is. Like if I needed to touch up, these little compacts would be awesome. Like I have this one, I have Tower 28 that I was carrying around in Italy, but didn't really help because it was just, the circumstances there were just different. So, but yeah, that one's in my backpack. I treasure it. I pretty much like all my powders, and I also like, I know I keep saying this, but this is an OG, like, this is a GOAT right here. This is the GOAT. I went through like 3 of these already. If I want to mattify my face, this is what I turn to, especially if what's it called is not around. My Huda is not around. Okay, so here's the final look. Tell me about your favorites from this year, and if you like this look, what would you change? What would you keep the same? Do you have common favorite products? Because that would be like cool to know. So yeah, leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys. Bye. Happy holidays.